Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, on one of my YouTube shows. This is the Triple B Experience. We are going to talk about some independent wrestling shows coming up, some pulp culture TV shows, some pulp culture movie shows. They're movies, they're not shows, and some Marvel news. And I have a special guest this evening. Hopefully I don't get a frying pan smacked in the back of my head, but that's okay. So everybody stay tuned. If you have any questions or comments, I'll take them on the Facebook and on YouTube. So sit back, grab a beer, chill out, and enjoy this episode of the Triple B Experience. Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Friday Night's Triple B Experience, a show where we talk wrestling, pop culture, everything that I've done that's actually funny or not. Who knows? Who cares? This is not the Steelers show for the people that always tune in. That is this show, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to go on the Steeler Dynasty Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's the only way you're going to get all my Steeler talk with me and my special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller, every Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. I can advertise on this show, but we're not talking Steelers football. We're talking Steelers football and that stuff because I'm trying to get subscribers in the algorithms. And you missed our show Wednesday night where we had Mark from Steeler Nation Australia in the house talking Steelers football. So, Benjamin, how you doing? We got Mike Lipsy in the house, Lakin and Timmy Palmer in the Facebook. Now, I want to say this. The Facebook stuff on my Steelers show, hardly anybody got on because they didn't go. It's not on my personal page, people. I think I told Brian Burns like 17 million times. I'm going to write him a diagram. I'm going to mail it to him, and hopefully he can understand what I'm talking about. I'm not speaking Klingon. You want to talk Steelers, you got to go to my Steelers sites. Steeler Dynasty Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. This is all the other stuff that I love. Pulp culture, wrestling, and all that stuff. But I'm very excited tonight. I have a special guest, and if I F this up, this person's going to come right in this room and smack me right in my mouth. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's special guest at a fireside chat. We did it once before. We're going to, see her knowledge in pulp culture, wrestling, and all that other stuff. It's my best tag team partner ever, my longest tag team partner, and my tag team partner in life. It is my wife, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Brewer. How you doing tonight, Mrs. Brewer?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How you doing? Like,
good. You're quite across
the
the house there, so I would have to make a truck to come smack you in the head if I need to, but we'll do it.
But do you hear me talk from my studio into your office?
No. Well, no. I can hear you laugh, but I can't hear you in my office now.
Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some people on the Facebook site, so I always say hello to everybody. Jennifer, thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. Hello. And did you understand the concept that I said about this is different than my Steelers show? Can you understand that concept?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and it's pretty simple. That I was like, okay, everybody, you got to go to this site and this to listen to my Steeler talk, and this is totally different. I didn't talk Klingon. I didn't talk French.
No, you made sense. People were they're used to creatures of habit. You basically just look stuff up and expect everything to be there. But I think
I'm so sorry, but I tried to explain to Burns 800 times. So and he texted me, and he's like, Bubba, where are you at? You on? I'm like, yes, Burns, I am on. You have to go to this. So, but me and Shane are doing a small thing, Tam. Like, we listen to Mark from Steelers Nation Australia to actually get the algorithms, because I think YouTube does not understand what I'm talking about. So I talk about a lot of stuff on this show, and It's a melting pot, but realistically, it's not a melting pot where the algorithms are actually listening to what I have to say. So that's how it goes.
Makes sense.
So,
yeah,
Jennifer, thanks for tuning in. Guy Gerhardt. Guy used to work back in the day, used to work at the Rose Inn, cousins with Big Daddy Fry and Joe Fry. So yeah. So thanks, Guy, for tuning in. I appreciate it. He has a love of the cars. He's a car enthusiast. He always puts stuff on his social media. So hey, I mean, people got their great loves, and I have a lot of loves. And no offense, you were one of them.
Oh, I love you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's right, people. If you have any questions, keep them clean here, because my wife's in. We're not going explicit. That's not. This is not an OnlyFans YouTube show.
Oh
this
my God.
Is yeah. Can you believe people make money out of that, Tam?
Yeah, actually, I can. Because nobody wants to work and actually, work for their money anymore. They'd rather just show their feet and do whatnot and
show their
make
feet.
money that way. Yeah, and usually they do make money that way, which is crazy.
That is crazy. Who in the hell wants to see that?
Babe, there's people everywhere that just
fetish
would not believe.
Mm-hmm. And creaky ass toes and shit. Like I don't know. I know. Look, people. I know what the kind of guy I am. So, but not feet. That's just crazy. Especially if you got a couple dislocated toes.
Well, no, I'm talking like cute feet. Obviously you're not going to stick something on there. It looks like pterodactyl claws or anything. You're going to put cute feet on there.
Oh, Larry Stryker's in the house. Speaking of Larry and Ryan, thanks for tuning in. Larry's show. And Larry's part of the APWF staff. God bless him. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's doing a lot of video stuff, a lot of pictures, and God bless him, man. He is a super trooper, but he also has his Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk with JJ and Reese, the three of them. It's actually the King that runs the show. He's the captain of the ship, Tam. Did you know that?
Yes. Yeah. I've heard that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Larry. He's cool.
Oh, yeah. Larry's cool. Well, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to do a quick plug here once I find it, because on StreamYard, I have all this stuff to the side, Tammy, because I try to be prepared. You know what I mean? So I try to find it, and I'm looking, and hopefully I have it here. Tomorrow night in Johnstown is boxing. Now, you will not be able to attend it with me, but this is the boxing at the Castle Boxing, Battle at the Castle 3. Now, it starts at 2 o'clock. Weigh-ins or whatever is at 2. Do you like boxing, Tammy?
Yes and no. I mean, I prefer wrestling over boxing, but I really wanted to go to that and check it out. Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I don't know. There's just something about being smacked in the head over and over again. I don't know. I never really liked it too much, but
no, that's okay. Well, I like. Well, no, you're entitled to your opinion. Now this is down at the Castle Boxing. The Castle Boxing, Tammy. In August and October, the APWF will be down there running 2 shows. And Larry says the ladies love me, Tammy. He says, LOL.
I'll bet.
But now tomorrow, Watkins Boxing will be in the house tomorrow night. And Brandon, I think his name's Dominic, is actually boxing tomorrow. I see him train all the time. Those guys are training when I go in. Sometimes I just hit the bags a little bit and stretch, and then that's all I'm good for. But, actually Brandon told me tonight that he is actually getting signed up with Indiana High School to do a kids boxing club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So, and Brandon's really good with the kids. I mean, Brandon's a good dude. So, and, but that'll be tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys aren't doing nothing, if you guys want to see some boxing, go down to the Castle Boxing. It's only 20 minutes out of Indiana County. It's not far. I'll be down there at 1 o'clock. If you want to hang out with me and, shoot the shit and talk and stuff, I'll be there. Me and Larry, the King of Johnstown, will be there. We'll be watching some boxing matches. Definitely talking some wrestling. I'm sure. And also in the house right now is Beaver County's own Ralph Williams. Ralph has this show, Ralph Williams and Smoking Jim Frazier, on Beaver County Radio on Tuesday nights. He's going to do it from 4 to 6. He says hello, Bubba. He says hello, Tammy. And also everybody, Ralph does after shows after the Steelers. So when he does the Steelers and stuff, he always does shows, and he has live right after, like maybe 5 minutes after the Steelers shows. And if you guys want, Ralph Williams has about 6 or 8 different podcasts. And Larry says, eating hot dogs at the castle. I guess there's hot dogs there tomorrow. Well, I'm trying to, I'm fluctuating the weight a little bit. You know, I didn't do the calorie counting. I'm trying. I mean, it's hard. He says possibly last Sports Corner radio show, July 2nd, he says. Ralph does. Well, Ralph, just, you know, you just keep doing what you're doing. Just stick with the podcast, and it might be economically sound for you. You know, and maybe do StreamYard stuff. You know, and do that. People are doing more podcasting than radio, I think. I don't know. Radio's radio. You don't even do you listen to radio, Tam?
Yeah, I do. Here and there. It's always in the car. I mean, I don't listen to it anywhere else but in the car. That's about it.
Oh, you don't listen to it at home or nothing like that at the house here?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, I would listen to it in my Jeep, but you know what? I have Stevie Nicks CD still in, and I can't take it out. And I just listen to it's on loop, and then it's like, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? And it's just playing over and over. I can't get it out. So when I get rid of that Jeep, because it's got a couple more payments, and then I'll get rid of it. Shane says no YouTube. What does that mean, Shane? Oh, I must have got deleted off YouTube or something. Well, that's okay. I guess I'll just have to do whatever. Okay, let's see. I got some people in the house. Your sister-in-law's in the house. Hi, Cal. How are you?
Hi.
She's got a big yard sale tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, in Blacklick. If anybody wants to get some stuff, the big, huge yard sale. If Kelly gives me some information, I'll actually plug it. Hopefully she gets a ton of people because they had it today, and it was not overwhelming. Yeah. So Shane's in the house, special field correspondent Shane Stodmiller. He says no YouTube. He says, hey, Tammy. And Ralph says, I'll be doing Sports Corner on podcast two to maybe 3 days a week. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. Probably your best bet. Shane says 80s Hair Nation, Amazon. I don't know if he's talking about us or can't get you on YouTube. I don't know why, Shane, and I have no idea. It's you know what? Sometimes it happens. I know I clicked it, and Kelly says hello. Cal, let me know when Kal-El's in the house watching. Everybody that likes WWF. Actually, speaking of Kal-El, I tied with him on the last WWE Mega Mania picks. Me and Kal-El went undefeated. So now I am rising above. Well, Kal-El's undefeated on every goddamn pay-per-view thing we do. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to subscribe to a wizard of WWE knowledge, you go to Buckle to Buckle with Kal-El, the Punxsutawney Zone, Punxsutawney's finest. Now, he's been dealing with being sick here and there a little bit, and he's been under the weather, and he's been trying to get some shows out and stuff, and he's been dealing with it, and he's trying to do the best he can. And no, I didn't see the biggest match of my life is coming up. No, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Larry says it's rigged. It's not rigged. I can't help it. This is the first time I actually got him all right. So, and I don't know what match he's talking. He's probably the kid's watching SmackDown and taking notes. That's how he is. So, but yeah. Oh, I guess I'm on. Well, I guess I'm on you. I'm on. Well, I got a Facebook thing. James says hello. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Tammy. Oh, Logan Paul. Oh, versus Cody Rhodes in Saudi Arabia. Kal-El's going to be hyperventilating. Kid, I'm taking Cody Rhodes. I got some Prime the other day. I bought $12.99. Tam, do you see that Prime I got?
Yes.
$12.99. Yeah.
Saw the whole case sitting on the counter.
It was 12. I didn't want to do energy drinks, but I did have one today because let's just say from 7 to 3, I was kind of lackadaisical because I got to do stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, Chris Anderson, thanks for tuning in. Chris, on Wednesday nights, you got to go to the Steeler Dynasty podcast, brother. I've been missing you the last couple of weeks talking Steelers football. That's where the Steelers talk will be on the YouTube channel of Steeler Dynasty podcast and the Facebook. So Richie Allen says hello. Richie Allen is actually signed, sealed, and delivered. Will be refereeing. First time back in a long time. Used to be the APWF. That's where he got his start. He will be refereeing on June 23rd. Thanks, Chris.
Oh, great.
Thank you so much for subscribing. Yes. We're just
That's
trying
cool.
to, and we'll talk about that later. We're going to talk a little bit like I like to do this, and realistically, anybody that's listening that is from another independent wrestling federation that would like to come on and promote their product, this is an open forum. You could come on, talk about your matches, your show, your product. It's okay. This is a format that I want to. What's the word I want to think, Tam? What's the word I want to be? I don't know, like a conductor, maybe, like doing an orchestra. And
You're networking, and you're just everybody's one big network of promotion of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah,
head of the network.
yeah. So let's see, where am I at here? Now, I did Pro Prospect Pro Wrestling. I don't think me and you has ever been to one of these shows. They are out of Worthington at the Civic Center, the 17th at 8 p.m. You guys can get tickets, check them out. They got some sponsors. Ringside's 20, general admission is 15. I mean, that's the going rate for a lot of wrestling federations. I mean, I remember when I used to do it, it was is that me? That must be me. Is that background? You hear that?
I don't
You hear that?
Yes, I can hear the background now.
Oh. Huh.
Whatever you just did, go back.
Well, I unplug it in. Hold on. I need to buy a new laptop. So, okay. Well, it is what it is. It's like muffy, kind of. Probably the headphones are going. Everything's whatever. If anybody has any feedback, let me know. Shane says I plugged the Steeler Dynasty podcast on the 7 p.m. Voice of College Football today. Thank you, Shane. I like the Tammy and Bubba show. Why'd you put Tammy in first? How's that work, Shane? Why does that work? Well, no, Shane is smart. Shane is fucking real smart. You know. So let me go to another wrestling show. Pros of Wrestling. Sammy Adonis, Ray Lynn, Gina DeLusa. She's up and coming. At formerly the Days Inn in Butler, PA. That's Saturday, May 25th, Memorial Day weekend. And they have Shane went to that show, him in April, and he said it was a really, really good show. And I'm just plugging stuff. Actually, Dan Polinsky was actually the owner, as actually Corey Graves and Sammy's dad, and he was actually on Ralph's show this past weekend. So, okay, Shane says $219 at Walmart, got April an HP laptop. Wow. Okay. Richie Allen says Sammy Adonis is the man. I couldn't agree more, Richie. That's my. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it this way. Can you hear me? Okay, because something's fucked up. I hear shit in my ear. It's like a humming
yours,
noise. Yeah. So Chris Anderson said, "I'm coming to your show, Bubba. It was the first independent show I went to that I felt I was better than a WWE house show, and the wrestlers interacted and kept kayfabe alive." Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
Yes, this is a good show. Shane says, nice. Richie says, much better. Yeah, it's my headphones, Tam. So, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes it all depends, but that's okay. I mean, realistically. So let's get to some other shows as we do an independent weekend roundup. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody's companies. I try, and I always tell people to send me stuff, and I'll put it on because I can't remember everybody's stuff. You know what I mean? It's a hard time. I got to remember my own stuff. You know. But actually, here is May 18th. RWA in West Newton. Big Lance Archer from AEW. I would like to see the Kansas City. Yeah, he's huge, man. I would like to see that match. Well, Shane says it's because she's in the same house that I got feedback. I don't know about that. I don't know. We're in the opposite end of the house, Shane. I don't know. So, but also, too, if anybody's trying to become a wrestler, because, you have to train, Tammy. Nobody can get out there and do their own shit. You cannot just jump in there and be like, oh, I'm going to be a professional wrestler.
Doesn't work that way. I do not have a school, so don't ask me. But you guys can ask Rise Wrestling, the Stronghold Training Center. They train, and actually they've had people that work for the WWE, AEW, and Ring of Honor. They're proven. Look at that. They get wrestling fundamentals, psychology, referee training, personal training, diet plan, a weight room. Contact them today at strongholdwrestling@gmail.com. Sign up now if you guys got the guts and balls to get in a wrestling ring. Chris Ward's watching. Shane says that guy from Georgia looked like a wrestler. Sure, Shane had some some NFL football player on his West Virginia show. And hi, Stu Kilhausen, how are you? She's popping on. Chris Sanderson says 814 Wrestling offers training, I believe. I believe you're absolutely right. Mark Benamini's in the house. Mark with his big dogs and stuff, man. I met his dog last week. It was quite a treat. It was funny, and I'm not going to comment, but I had a good laugh, and Mark knows what I'm talking about. So yeah. And then because I work with his wife Tanya, and it was something. So I got another one. Speaking of Rise, they actually have a show tomorrow night in Uniontown. Ladies and gentlemen, they have a place in the mall, Tam, because you've been there, correct? How huge?
Many times.
Yeah, how huge is that?
What?
Uniontown.
I would say that I don't think it's that huge. I mean, I live down that way. It's probably like.
Well, it's big though. I mean, it's in a. I don't know what store it was, but it's in a store.
Oh, you mean where they have it? Oh yeah, absolutely. I thought you meant the town. I didn't know what you were asking about. No, where they have it, it's great. It's a great big area, and it's perfect for that.
Yeah,
actually,
because you and Jinxie Jinx sat way back, because you know how Jinx just loves wrestling. And I'm saying her name loud, and she's right next door. So when she comes on kicking down my door, she's like, "Hey."
She'll be the one you got to watch out for before I make it over there.
Yeah. She's throw her cats on me or something. That's how it works. But they have a show tomorrow night. They do they put on a great show. Brandon Kay, Dean Radford, and the boys down there, they do a lot. Jim LaMotta. Speaking of Rise Wrestling, Jim is the voice of Rise Wrestling. And actually, Jim is actually going to be the play-by-play for the APWF. Tam, he's coming up, and
really, that's cool.
And he does. He also writes news articles. I share him on my social media. Tam, I don't know if you knew that.
So he's a jack of all
trades. Well, he goes to all these other wrestling companies, and he does. I mean, that's his forte. Is play-by-play. So I'm honored that he's coming up. June 23rd.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, because we need play-by-play, Tam. Like, you know what I mean? You're the one that told me to either go big or go home.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so we have video of the stuff, and we are trying to have video. Hopefully, everything goes right. I don't know if because you're part of the team. We would like to have it sent to some NWA. Send it to Mr. Billy Corrigan from NWA, and I would like to, Tam, I would like to have the APWF as a NWA affiliation. I always wanted that. I mean, that's something I've always wanted.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Well, yeah. And to do that would be something. So, and I'm trying to, and I know we're going to be talking about this later on, but I'll probably talk about it a couple of times. Mr. Matt Bish is in the house. Matt Bish is a former APWF manager and independent wrestling manager of Marvelous Enterprises. He used to be the manager for Diamond Troy Justice. Yeah. So, Troy. Well, Troy was a heel way back when, and it's kind of hard, Tammy, to be a heel in your hometown. I know you don't know that.
So.
Very hard. Yes.
I would think so.
Yeah. Well, Lash did it to me one time, and he was like, "Bub, I'm turning you heel." I wrestled Tom Brandy, and Brandy did the finger poke of doom. I went down, and he pinned me with one finger, and I took the pinfall, and we turned on Lash. I turned on Lash, and I gave him the old kibosh, and they were cheering for me. So it backfired on Chris. And I'm like, Chris, why would you even do that? You know what I mean? Not hindsight's 2020. You know what I mean? Like I walk down the streets of Indiana, you can't fucking make me a heel. It just doesn't work.
Right.
You know,
Right, because you're not going to flip a switch like that.
No. So, okay, Chris says, I have a couple people in the wrestling business on my friends list. I can put you in touch with them if you would like. Hey, that's cool. Well, I mean, we got a lot of people. My phone is ringing off the hook, Chris. I do know a lot of people. What I would like to do is, honestly, is have somebody that has some of this that wants to sponsor a paid show would be awesome. Speaking of paid, this gentleman just popped on, and I want to give him his just dues because I think he's probably drinking a sarsaparilla on the hill. Is this guy right here, Mr. Shane Brandenburg? Contact Shane_Brandenburg at us.aflac.com. Contact Shane if you need policies in Aflac. Now, Tammy, I think you could speak a little bit about Aflac and its policies. So I'm going to hand it off to you. Can you speak a little bit about Aflac to the people that don't understand Aflac?
Well, everything I learned about Aflac, I pretty much learned from Shane anyway. It's just basically supplemental insurance when your work insurance, for lack of a better word, sucks, to fill in the, the areas that they won't pay or whatnot. Aflac is great. So
if your company doesn't pay for it and X you over, and so if you get Aflac will actually cover it during that time when your company is not helping you out in the time that you need it the most.
Right, and they'll just basically pay all your bills. They give you enough. I don't know. You should ask Shane. Things have probably changed since I was part of it, but they'll give you supplemental income to help pay your bills and everything while you're laid up, and give you more, just fill in the gaps where the other insurance.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you need insurance like that,
definitely
contact Shane Brandenburg right here again. Shane Brandenburg, a proud sponsor of the APWF show on June. He's on the marquee, he's on the poster, and he'll have an Aflac banner. You can talk to him right there. Shane will sign you up right at the show, and I believe they have a good cancer policy, don't they?
Yes.
Okay. And having a good cancer policy is probably something that people need.
Definitely.
Yeah, because
that's the one thing that I would, out of anything, any of theirs, all of it's good. But the one thing that I think that is most important is the cancer policy.
Okay. Yeah, because, as you say all the time, they always have something out there for cancer, but no one knows. Oh, guess who's watching now? It's your mother-in-law. Woohoo! Hi, Mom. How are you doing? Happy early Mother's Day. Happy early Mother's Day to all the mothers out there on the Triple B Experience show as we talk wrestling, and we haven't even got the pulp cultures yet, but we're 27 minutes in, damn. See how it is when your husband just keeps talking? It's just crazy. Just crazy. So, and I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sorry the YouTube channel is not working. I don't know why, but it will be on YouTube, so you can go catch it. People, because usually I have comments, but I'm glad that we have the Facebook comments. But if we didn't, me and Tammy can carry it, and I can carry it and keep talking about stuff, over and over and over again. So Troy's in the house. Amanda, hello. Thank you guys for tuning into the Triple B Experience. Hopefully everybody in the Experience shows bought their APWF tickets. Hit like and subscribe to all my shows. And Larry Stryker says Happy Mother's Day. So I think I've got a couple more. Shows. There's like 80 million goddamn independent wrestling companies, and I'm just doing that just the weekend. You know what I mean? And this one here is Imagine Wrestling. James Ellsworth there, the guy that, I don't know, two hands guy who actually wrestled AJ Styles. We can Imagine Wrestling May 18th. The world beater Chris Coleman will be defending his title against whoever. It doesn't really matter. Chris Coleman will kick their ass and, send them home packing. But if you guys are Imagine Wrestling fans, get your tickets. Go up to a great show, a great company, and see one of the greatest champions they have in the world beater. And also Mike Fabian controlled in the house. And I got a topic for Fabe because Fabe's got good internet now. He's got that AT&T stuff. But I'm like, hey, Fabe, Comcast is coming. But he's like, oh, I don't care. Well, I'm not going to AT&T. But this also, too, is 880. It's a new wrestling, it's a wrestling company out of Pittsburgh. They're having a show. And it's Friday night, May 24th, so in New Kent. So they do a lot. There's a lot of wrestling out there, people. I'm telling you. It's I'm leaving now. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. She said she's leaving. Thanks, Mom. You can only handle so much. Oh, Larry. Hi, Larry. Larry Stewart. Larry calls me all the time thinking that the Steelers show's on. And I'm like, no, Larry, it's Monday. But thanks, Larry, for coming on. Steelers show's next Wednesday. So, but the reason why I wanted, when I was talking about Dave, was this, and I just seen this, and I have a lot of streaming shows, right? A lot of streaming channels now. We must go back to cable.
Oh my God.
Well,
I'm overwhelmed by it, actually.
Well, I mean, the cable stuff I got is good. It's because I was trying to watch Godzilla -1. It was all in Japanese because I got good cable. But wow, you hear that? Wow. I think my laptop's fried. That or someone's breaking in. I don't know. Someone's breaking in. But this here, look at this. Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max will all bundle together, and it'll be $55. I'm guessing. $55. They're all going to bundle together now. I don't even have my headset. It might be you, baby.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's
Should
okay.
My thing. Take it out.
Huh? Take what out? I don't know. What do you take? What do you take out? Take your headphones. I thought you say take it out or take it off. What'd you say?
Know. I said take it out. I was talking about my phone. Take it out of my phone.
Take it out of your phone.
I'm going to drop my phone, so everybody just be prepared.
That's okay. Let's have a beer. Yeah, that's good. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
What it was. Yeah, I think that's while the Brewers are having technical difficulty tonight on the show here. As crazy as it sounds, I just think it's tech. Chris Anderson says being tech is great. Yeah, technological sucks, man. So okay, yeah, I don't want to spend $40 for that bundle because I do pay Disney $20 for Disney. I pay $10.59 for Max. I pay I pay for Paramount Plus. I pay for Peacock just for wrestling. And what else am I missing? You got I'd steal your Amazon Prime. And I don't know what you pay for that.
There's more in there somewhere.
Well, speaking of Amazon Prime, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we just finished watching this show, and I'm going to get reamed out and bitched at because when I do watch shows and Tammy comes down and watch shows with me, I fall in and out of sleep. But I still know the premise. I'm telling you, I have a hard life. Oh, my sister's like, thanks for Disney. Oh, you're welcome, Cal. Yeah, she always asks for the password. They're going to shut that down, Cal. You just get ready. So, any Fallout. We have finished watching Fallout. I never played the video game, so I cannot comment about that because I don't play video games. But I thought it was half decent. I think the first episode, it's 8 episodes on Amazon Prime due to the fact my wife buys Amazon stuff, so that's how I watch it. It's about, the nuclear bomb during the 50s. I mean, it's the 1950s. They have a nuclear war and the whole world fucking shatters and it destroys. And it's like 300 years later. And then people are living in the grounds in these communities. It's like Home PA, Tonoma, and Willett and Creekside all underneath the ground. That was a joke, Tammy.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happened was, I don't want to give too much spoilers, but she has to find, there's 3 main characters. The girl, the daughter, Shane said it's scary. The daughter, it reminds me, and somebody wrote that it reminds you of the new Star Wars trilogy when they had Rey and Finn. Do you think that?
Maybe a little bit. I
they
didn't even think about that actually, but
well, that's good because I think outside the box. But they said, Tammy, that it's actually better written. Fallout is better written with those two characters than Star Wars did with the other two characters.
I think I agree with that.
You agree with that?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and the character that I like is the actor. No, I'm gonna. I always f up fucking people's names. Walter Goggins. Walter Gorgons.
Gorgons.
I'm not sure how to say it either. He was in Justified, which I never watched, but he was in Vice Principals, which was phenomenal with Danny McBride. And anything with fucking Kenny Powers in Danny McBride is classic in my eyes. Anything he does turns to gold. Gold. Yes, it's Goggins. 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 Walter. He's got and he played a transvestite in Sons of Anarchy. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, the transvestite in Sons of Anarchy when it was oh shit. Okay, who was the one biker dude? It wasn't Bobby. It wasn't the heavyset one. The other one. He had the mustache and the curly hair, curly greasy black hair of Sons.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name either. It's been a while.
Well, him and Walter, when he was a transvestite, he was kind of like he had the hots for him because he had plastic, you know what I mean, and all that other shit. And like Shane said, he was Uncle Billy, Baby Billy in
Baby Billy.
Rice Gemstones is a good show. Not appropriate for everybody, but appropriate at the Brewer household. So, because I like how he does this ghoul character, because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know anything about Fallout. I never played the game. I have no idea about the concept. But what they're doing now is they're taking all these video games and they're turning them into TV shows and movies. Seriously. Halo, The Last of Us, Fallout. That's what they're doing now. I mean, that's just how it is. So, I just don't play video games. So, but Walter plays the ghoul, and this fucking ghoul character is fucking right here. Phenomenal.
He's great.
Covers the whole screen.
It's so great.
Yeah. It's awesome. His special effects are great.
Yeah.
And in the show, he's 300 years old, which you really don't know yet because you have to wait for, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, season 2. There will be a season 2, and I don't want to give spoilers out because some people haven't seen it yet. And I don't want to be that guy because I hate giving out spoilers. But so on a 4-star rating, Tammy Rao Brewer, what would you give it? Seeing what you saw, because you said it's more to real life than what people think it is.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought when I started watching it. I missed like the first 2 episodes, and I watched the rest of it with you half asleep beside me.
Thank you for shouting that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm good though. I know what happened.
I know.
I don't know what it is
you didn't rewind it, make me watch it 3 times because I
do that. But I don't know what it is down there in that sectional. I'll just fucking doze off, and you know what I mean. It's not like, and it's sad because I mean, like during the day, I don't really do manual labor or anything. I go work out, and you know what I mean. And then I relax watching TV, and then boom. But the first 4 episodes, I was up. I was watching it. Oh, Mark got it. Thank you, Mark Ben. It was Tig in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes. Oh my gosh. How did I forget that?
That's why the people that listen to this show can help me out because I've had too many shots to the head in wrestling and my profession job where So Justin's watching and Tanya's watching. So so people, you can watch it. A lot of people don't like science fiction, Tammy.
Yeah, some people don't. No. I mean, I like to watch like a combination myself. But
what do you like to watch, Tammy?
Most of the stuff that you do, because I come downstairs and you're already in between something, and then I get involved in it just because I like the stuff you watch.
What? Okay. So let's just say this. Okay. And you give Fallout a thumbs up or wait, 3, what do you give out of 4? Out of 4 scale. what would you give Fallout? Since you saw, I mean, you might want to have to saw the first episode, and we might have to rewatch it again for what you saw, though. What would you give it?
I think I would give it a 3.6. I mean,
3.6.
it's good. I really like it. I do. I think it's interesting.
Okay,
There's
would you give the Ghoul? What would you give the Ghoul?
Oh, he gets a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. He definitely makes the whole thing, actually, because some of the other characters are a little weak, but I mean, you understand what the concept is, and backstories and whatnot. But
that girl's pretty. That girl got some balls now, so.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, did you know her dad was the dude from Twin Peaks? Did you ever watch Twin Peaks?
I did. Yes, when I first saw him, I'm thinking I know where he looks familiar to me. But
he was the agent in Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's his claim to fame in my eyes. So, but yes. But so, okay, you said 3 out of 6. I would go for that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think it was like Breaking Bad, like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like, I mean, The Last of Us was good. You know what I mean? But, and it's not The Boys. So,
no.
I mean, The Boys is just overly whatever. I mean, it's a science fiction kind of class system where, the poor get poorer and the rich get richer, I guess. In real life that happens, when they're paying, they don't have milk in the Fallout world.
That, I mean, it to some degree it's a little bit bums you out, because the thing is you look at it and you think of the stuff that we're living in right now, and it's like you're watching that and it's, I don't know, it just seems there's a real side to it, so you relate yourself to it a little bit more.
Cut coupons now. Cutting coupons is where it's at. Oh, guess who's in the house on Facebook? Hi, Brittany.
Hey, Britt.
She's like, oh, Mom. But anyway, okay. So you give it 3.6, and we're going to go right from that to keep going science fiction, because I don't know if you know this or not. She says hi as she laughs. I'm waiting for Jinx to come on. But now I'm a huge fan of the Planet of the Apes franchise. Huge.
Okay.
I've seen every single one of them. Every single one. I have every single one over here to my right in Blu-ray. Okay. Now I'd like to go. Hopefully we can go and watch the latest one, or we might have to watch the first 3, because there is 3 of them, and then this is the 4th one. But of the reboot, they rebooted it. But I want to get your opinion as I put it on this display of the different type, like how special effects have come such a long way. Okay, now this is the original. Well, first I'm going to give this scene, because this is the most iconic scene, because somebody this week says the Planet of the Apes movie is stupid, and I was like, first off, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You have no idea about anything, because it's one of the most top science fiction movie of all times, with this scene, which nobody knew it was going to happen anyway, because nobody knew, because it had Charlton Heston. And no offense, some people don't even know who the hell Charlton Heston is. I do. He was Moses. But anyway, this is the scene right here. Look at that. That's the scene at the end of the Planet of the Apes, the original one, when he sees the Statue of Liberty. And then he's like, we blew it up. Classic line, classic scene, where nobody knew that it was the planet Earth. Did you know that, Tim? Did you ever see the original one?
You're going to probably beat me up, but no, I've seen, like, no, I've seen some of the old ones, yes, because I used to watch a lot of it with my dad and stuff like that, but I haven't kept up with it, I guess. What's that?
What's that, babe?
What did you say?
I said your dad likes them old shows.
Oh, I thought you were calling me old. I was going to
I didn't say old. I said your dad likes those classic shows.
We used to watch Clash of the Titans, all kinds of stuff, yeah. So,
and Star Wars. Your dad got you hooked up in Star Wars.
And Star Wars, yes.
Yeah, that's why I married you. Star Wars, Steeler football, and being.
Is that why?
Yeah, a great personality. Okay. Or sport. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the smoking hot and personality is probably tied for 1. The Steelers, it's probably a 1-2, and then Star Wars is like a 1-3, and yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Moving right along.
Okay. Hey, Doug Maddie, what's up? How you doing? Okay, so now we're gonna go and look at the special effects for the chimpanzees in the first movie, way back in the 60s, because it was in 68. Now, I don't know if you know this, because your husband tries to be intelligently smart. The movie in 68, there was a book, it was a novel, and the novel, the apes were in driving cars and flying planes. It was a lot of the high technology at that time in the novel, but Hollywood, as cheap as it is, cheapened it, and they went back and went a primitive way to cover the cost of the production. So that's why they went prehistoric times, because it covered the cost. But in the novel, the apes were flying and helicopters, driving cars, and all that shit. Like the Mark Wahlberg at the end when he comes back and he sees that the president was an ape, and then the cops arrest him and they're apes. You know what I mean? That's how it was supposed to be. And that Tim Burton one, you ever see that one? Okay, well, Tim Burton, Johnny Depp wasn't in it, so I guess it's okay. What are we talking about tonight? We're talking about Planet of the Apes right now, Doug. We talked about the Fallout TV show. Okay, so now this is the old. You have Ronnie McDowell as Cornelius, which I know people don't know who they are. I understand. Okay, and then you have Kim Hunter as Zira. And then I met the Nova. I saw her at a Steel City Con, and that was the late, great Charlton Heston, which I had an opportunity to meet Charlton Heston because he was in Indiana when he was president of the NRA. And then the plans dropped, and I didn't get to see him. Because sometimes I get like a kid, for Christmas, I get so pumped up thinking something's going to happen, and I always get deflated because shit don't happen. So, well, anyway, that's the original one. Now look at that costumes and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They look more human, right?
Right.
Okay. So let me get to this. Boop, boop. Okay, now look at this. Now look at that. Now that's pretty good special effects.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I think I got another one here. Let me find it here. Well, maybe not. Yes, I do. I have this one. The special effects, because look how they look. See, there's another one. See? I mean, they look like, chimpanzees and orangutans, but they have the special, thesis of the actors that play them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't filmed in Plumville, Shane. But see how the different thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this new movie that I just did right here, The Kingdom, is the fourth movie, and I think it's a couple. I think it's 100 years after Caesar dies in the third one. So they all recycle their names, So I'd rather see it on TV. I want to see it on the movies instead of TV. So, but we will go. I just don't know when because we're two busy individuals, and it takes time.
Right now, yeah, sure. Right now,
going to Indiana movie theater is such a hell of a good time.
Every time we go there, I am instantly pissed off about something.
Yeah, Andy Serkis was the actor in all the rebooted movies because he was Gollum in Lord of the Rings. I don't think I've ever seen these movies, Doug said. Yeah, watch them, Doug. They're actually pretty good. James Franco's in the first one, in the reboot. So, and then also I wanted a little shout out because I'm going to go to some Marvel stuff right now because there's a lot of Marvel news before we get out of here. And I know that I pissed you off, waking you up when I was watching the X-Men the other day. But realistically,
yeah, you bought in a China shop and flipped the lights on and turned the volume up, and I almost killed you.
But realistically, guys and girls, the X-Men right now, and even though it's animated and if Fabian's still on, I don't know. It's probably past his bedtime, and he's like, I don't watch cartoons or whatever. But realistically, this is the best thing that they actually has put out in probably a long, long time in Marvel because it's actually comic book to the T. Magneto just pulled all the fucking anti-anium out of fucking Wolverine in this last one. Wolverine has no fucking Nothing in him right now. And in the comic book in X-Men 25, that's what happened. He was all bones. So, and you know, Gambit got killed, which is, I don't know if that's continuing into the movies or they're just not going to make it because they want to have an X-Men movie based on all the female characters, which hopefully they do not. Don't get me wrong, people, and Tammy, hopefully you can attest to this. Being a female, you don't need the whole team being female. There's a couple females that are strong that you put in there, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to be, I'm not a male chauvinist pig. You know, there's a couple. I don't need the
No,
whole.
I mean, you can't, nowadays they're trying too hard to appease everyone.
Well, you can't,
and avoid certain lawsuits and whatnot, and it's ridiculous.
It's like running a wrestling. You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
Stephen Harris is in the house on Facebook. Thank you guys for all jumping on Facebook. The YouTube channel, I guess, did not work tonight. I don't know why. Something probably happened, or YouTube hates my guts right now. I don't know. But this is the Pulp Culture Wrestling Talking Schmack TV YouTube channel. I said TV show. This is not a TV show. And if you guys want to talk Steeler football, catch me Wednesday nights on my other YouTube channel and Facebook, the Steeler Dynasty Podcast, with my special field correspondent, Mr. Shane Stodmiller, and it's right here, Steeler Dynasty. Boom, boom, boom. Wednesday nights. You know. So, and also, and like I said, go watch X-Men 97. They got one more episode, and if they bring in Onslaught, nobody knows who he is. Onslaught is part of Charles Xavier and Magneto, and that'll be huge too. So Chris Anderson says, I just heard that Mark Hamill is going to do a couple of Batman animated movies with some AI vocals from the Batman from the animated series. I heard that too, but I don't know if he is going to do that because Kevin passed away. Kevin Conroy passed away, and I think Mark Hamill does not want to do that without him. I think he might be done. That's only my opinion. I could be wrong, Chris. I am not sure. But I did read somewhere that he will not do nothing because of Kevin passing away. And Kevin Conroy was an iconic voice of Batman in the animated stuff. And that Batman animated stuff was actually very good. And I'm not a big DC guy, but I do like Batman. But, you know, and we're going to end it with some news. And I don't know who the hell this guy is. But this guy here, I think he's on Game of Thrones. He is now going to be playing Magneto. Jesus God Almighty, Galactus, which I thought it was going to be a high-priced actor. I thought it was going to be, you know, Carlos Esposito, but no, it was supposed to be who was the guy that was married to Antonio Banderas? That's who was supposed to be Galactus, or the guy from Old Country. It was either those two, but they got this guy who I don't even know. You know what I mean? He's from Game of Thrones.
I'm not sure who that is, yeah.
They just need a voice. You know, it's all going to be CGI anyway. And if anybody doesn't know, Galactus eats worlds. That's what he's there for. He's a Fantastic Four villain, and he has the Herald of the Silver Surfer, which is a female, which, it's not Norman Rad, and I'm not going to jump off a cliff for it, but hopefully they bring in the original Silver Surfer would be good. And Jeff Gash is in on Facebook. Thanks, Jeff, for tuning on. And this one, they're going to actually have the Mole Man. Now, I think Stingray from Cobra Kai, because he just got signed this week or later on last week, as he just looks like the Mole Man. I mean, look at him. Stingray from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just thinking that. I was like, he does. He looks the same.
This is, you heard it here, folks, people. I'm telling you that Stingray is going to play this part of the Mole Man because it fits him perfectly. Because now, you know, wrestling, now he's doing independent wrestling. And I would love to have him on a APWS show, but it would probably cost an arm and a leg, or maybe he just would do it for shits and giggles. But hey, Stingray, if you're listening, you know, I definitely like to book you. But and then this one here, you know, John Malkovich has also joined the cast of the Fantastic Four. Now, yes, that's the same Cobra Kai, Doug, that had the party. Stingray had the party. Now, Malkovich is probably going to be I don't know if he's going to be Dr. Doom. I can't see that, but I think he's going to be. Some people say he's going to be Herbie the Robot because during the cartoon they didn't have Johnny Storm, they had Herbie the Robot. I know you don't know this, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, so he could play that. They could have him, and he could do the voice of that, or he could play Dr. Doom, or he could be the mail carrier. You know, who knows? He could be a small role. I don't know. I mean, I'm always wrong all the time. And I'm going to ask you about this guy here before we go and finish up our lovely stuff here. This is speculated that The Rock wants to play Apocalypse. He's big enough for him, but a lot of people don't want to see Dwayne Johnson, Dwayne The Rock, the boss. I don't think they want to see him in any more superhero movies. What's your opinion on that, Tam? Do you think he could play Apocalypse? Or do you want to see him in any
he could. Absolutely. I mean, he could because of his physique, but I mean, I'm kind of sick of him. I'm sick of him being in this. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not a draw because that's all he does. And I like that he's back into wrestling because that's something different than the movies that he's been doing all the same stuff. I don't know.
No, that's your opinion. So
I love The Rock. I do, but I mean, he needs to do something different. You know,
I think when he tried to Buffalo DC when he was Black Adam and everything has to be The Rock's way or no way. I think
he has an attitude. So I hear
The Rock. Doug doesn't want The Rock in anything anymore. Yeah, and that, you know what? Sometimes maybe he's overplayed his hand.
Yeah,
he needs to stick around a little bit and then cock an attitude and take some time off. Now he's going to be playing what's that Maui guy, the live version or whatever, and then I heard he's hard to work with now. So, or he was always at all the times. But I can't see him. If he wouldn't have been, let's just put it this way. If he wouldn't have been the Black Adam and this would have been the part for him as Apocalypse, because Apocalypse is huge. I could see that. I don't know if I can see him as a hero now in any type of Marvel. Because there's really not too many heroes that he can play, and he's not going to be Hyperion because I don't think he could play that. And Century is getting recasted anyway, and Glenn from Walking Dead did not fit that part because the Century is a blonde big dude, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. So I have no idea. And that's in the Thunderbolts movie, which we'll go see, which I'll give you a debriefing on that, but it's not the same as the comic book. So we both decided that the Apocalypse right now would not be a Rock thing. We're both on agreement with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's jumping around too much and he needs to step out of the whole thing for a while, in my opinion. Do something different.
When The Rock went over to Jumanji, that was it for him.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know what I don't know.
Well, So
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Well, hey, before we get out of here, I want to play this and do a little bit of plugs before we roll out of here. So let me play this, ladies and gentlemen. June 23rd, this will be the lineup of the people that are going to be showing up and wrestling for you guys in Indiana County and surrounding counties. So get your tickets at www.apwfwrestling.com. That's right. I'm a podcaster with 2 shows, and I'm also a promoter with 1 company. It equals 3. Here we go. How was that?
Oh, that's good. Therock.
Well, thanks to Larry Stryker, because Larry did that. And he's the media consultant. I give titles. So we do have a great APWS staff. You're also on the staff, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know that, my wife is also part of the staff. She keeps me level-headed, and she actually has some insight. And she actually, let's just say, she does a lot more than just taking tickets. And I mean, I'll be taking tickets. We might have to both be taking tickets or whatever, but we'll be doing that. And I just wanted to put that out there with the main event. This is the main event. Big Time Bill Collier versus EC3, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. That is the main event. It's a double main event where we have the Rad Boys facing the last time ever Team Tap Out, Full Contact Chris Coleman, and Mr. Tap Out, Donnie Fulmer. So, I mean, that's two main events. Hopefully Marion Center community surrounds and gives Donnie a big shout out. Everybody in Indiana comes because it's Sunday at 3:00 bell time. We will have a meet and greet with EC3 at 2 p.m. You guys want to, meet the NWA World Champion, get autographs, get pictures. He will be there. The only time that you'll be able to see him, because he's probably not going to be coming out at intermission. He's probably going to do the special meet and greet because he's gearing up for a world title shot. So that's just how it is, people.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, if you want to do that, you come early at 2. We got first rows. First and second row, $25. The rest after that, row 3 to the floor is $20. And we're doing 15 in the grandstands. And as of right now, we're almost sold out of ringside, the first 2 rows.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, it's first come, first serve. There's not a bad seat in the house, ladies and gentlemen. That's S&T Bank Arena. We got 8 to 9 exciting matches. We are trying to do, where's this at? The S&T Bank Arena, Doug, in Indiana, Pennsylvania. I just did a thing with the Indiana Gazette today, yesterday. I also am putting it on the marquee of Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. I don't know if I told you this, Tammy. We're going to have to send them out, and it's on the marquee right in front of Lowe's and shopping.
Okay.
That'll be doing it because actually, ladies and gentlemen, we're giving a percentage of the ticket sales to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive of the radio stations. They do that stuff every year, and every wrestling show that I do will be a charity of something. I know myself and Larry are already coming up with some stuff for Johnstown. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something before we get out of here. Johnstown is not that far away from Indiana County at the Castle. Tomorrow I'll be going to the boxing to see some fine boxing, and that's right, the Castle. It's less than 15 to 20 minutes out of Indiana County line on 56. Johnstown right there. Call at 106 Fairfield Avenue, Johnstown. It's not that far. Tony's a great guy. It's a great facility, and the APWF will be running shows down there. And my sister says, what time do you want security? I want security because I need the Incredible Hulk to help me put the together. So before 12 would be great. Yes, Vinnie Mac will be part of security and ring crew, I hope. Hopefully, if some people want to be help out with the ring, get a hold of me. I probably need a couple people for security would be great. To help my nephew and stuff like that. And we got some other people, but this is the first time we did this, Tammy, in a long time. Let me get your thing here before we get out of here. What is your opinion of all this? Getting into this with something you've never ever done before.
I think it's exciting because from what I can tell, a lot of people missed your company. They missed the wrestling. They missed you because you're I don't know.
What?
In this wrestling world, you are well respected, well known. Everybody loves you. It's just different to see that side of things.
Some people hate me in real life and in wrestling. I mean, it happens.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in that world, that's and it's exciting because people are like excited about it. So I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
I didn't
Definitely.
say that. I didn't pay her to say that, people.
No. There are some things that I've even told you to do.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my wife told me to buy a wrestling ring. She said, so I have a ring coming. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be here in time. It's a 16 by 16 monster ring. And hopefully, I might have another, maybe later on have another ring, and I don't know if I'm going to have a training school. I don't know about that. That's way too far down the line, but I would like to have my ring up for guys to actually get some ring rust and actually start doing something. And speaking of wrestling, Mr. Donnie Fulmer, Mr. Tap Out is in the Facebook world there. So Donnie, how's it going? And thanks for popping on. But I just want to, it's very hard, and people don't understand. And it's like, I've been to so many shows since me and you have been together. So me and you, we've been married. We just got married in October, but I've been with you I've been with you for over 10 years. I wanted to be with you all my life, so let's just put it that way. I mean, that's just how it is. But you've been to a lot of shows. You've been to WWE shows. You've been to big shows. You've been to independent shows. So you have seen on who you like and what you want to see and whatever, and you have the right to say, hey, you like to get this person. And I've told you, like I've told everybody, like, we're not going to be able to get everybody. Like, a lot of guys on this show are the best in the independents on the East Coast. I'm not going to be able to get those guys all the time because they're booked. So look, there's other wrestlers out there, and we're going to try to get the best. We're going to try to, have, show inside a show kind of thing. Like in October, I pray to God. Dave Zook, thanks for tuning on. Donnie's working and training and being low key for now. So I don't know what low key means. Is low key benching like 800 pounds and nobody's seeing him, or is low key mean no one sees him at all? But so I want to have. I would like to have a title tournament, and I'm getting a lot of people, and I've got some people that brought some videos that want to be booked, and some people I just can't use. You know what I mean? I have a booking, somebody that's booking talent, looking at talent and stuff, and I'm also looking at talent. And I don't want to be that guy, and I don't want to be that asshole. But I can't give everybody a spot as much as I'd want to. I got to have so many matches because I don't want a show that's going to last 3.5 hours and stuff like that. I don't want that because people's attention span, like I can't get people to watch a podcast for an hour, let alone watch a wrestling show for 3 hours. You know what I mean? That's, God bless everybody that watches my shows. God bless you. I mean, I try to be entertaining for the whole time and I don't take days off. I mean, podcasting is an unpaid profession. I've never made a dime out of this. I've been doing this since 2018 in one format or another. But I haven't done the promoting since 2010. I got my license now. We are taking a more business end approach about things. We are trying to get, if I can get a name, so be it. And I want to get out before I get out of here, because I could go on all night about, whatever, but I want to give shouts out to all the people that actually sponsored the show and give them a little bit of individual props. You know what I mean? So, and Donnie says he's watching, thank you to the Bunker Club, Troy Fritz, for sponsoring, the APWF, Debbie from Yucatan Tanning Salon in Indiana, Pennsylvania. If you guys want tanning, spray tans or whatever, go to Indiana and go see Debbie. Yucatan, proud sponsor. God bless these people. Phil Bender, God bless Phil. He's going to start his PB&Js. Now I did the logo, 6-pack or 12 packs to go, deli, groceries, skilled games. He's going to have some pickled eggs, and maybe once in a while he'll have his, do some barbecue stuff. You know what I mean? So, and it's out on 286, just over the hill. And Phil has rebound back from, a very serious bout with, lung cancer. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lung cancer, in remission. You know what I mean? So, God, he's still busting his ass over there trying to get his store in order, so if you live in Indiana County, support these people that are supporting me, because I mean, I do, and I will, and that's why I got these formats of these podcasts to actually, express my sheer gratitude and give people. I promote everybody, Tammy, no matter if they sponsor me or not. I try to help everybody out because that's just the best way of the game. Now, this one here, it's Break All Productions. Frank Morano, betterwise known as Fang, actually sponsored the APWF show. He's like, Bubba, just do it right. You know what I mean? He's doing special effects for The Walking Dead and major movies out in in Vegas and Hollywood. You know what I mean? So and also Optimal Heights Physical Therapy in Indiana, 1176 Mansfield Avenue. If you got injuries, you might have to go there. They are a proud sponsor, and I appreciate them sponsoring the show. Okay, and like I said before, contact Shane Brandenburg at Aflac. Aflac is a proud sponsor of the show. I got some insurance people, which is awesome. So Dave Smith and Climber, this is his building. You can go see him. Dave is my car insurance guy, and he's my homeowner's insurance guy. Go see Dave out in Climber. I've been with Dave for probably 30 years. I have. So, and I appreciate Dave for sponsoring. And Brad Shadle and Shadco, big huge corporation in Marion Center. They do a lot of stuff. I mean, he probably started with one truck, but now he's got like 35 million trucks, and he does a whole bunch of stuff. So I appreciate Brad, for donating, sponsoring the show. I appreciate that. My sister says you're doing it smarter this time around. Yeah, there's not too many people in a cookie jar, Cal. And my buddy Todd DeFazio. Todd does his club sandwich. He does all these shows where he goes and gets the best sandwiches in Pittsburgh and surrounding areas with his two other buddies, and they go eat sandwiches, and they're to die for. And Todd is a great guy. Me and Todd did the double D heavyweight, the Triple B Double D heavyweight podcast where we talk wrestling. At one time, we were pulling in 5,000 views on a pay-per-view picks. Todd does his stuff. He did stuff with Merrill Hodge. He did stuff with Jimmy Crenn. He's doing this stuff, but he's also working with this company, which is also a sponsor, One Pittsburgh. One Pittsburgh, their site has over 300,000 likes on it or something. They're coming up to the show, and they are a proud sponsor of this show, and I totally appreciate it. And they'll have their banners brought up, and they'll be placed around the ring, and I'm going to get the banners, for the other people that sponsored with the bigger sponsorship. And also, Wallback Insurance. Good old Rob from Homer City. More choices, more savings. If anybody's from Homer City, I'm sure you know Rob. And, you probably got your insurance at Wallback Insurance. So I appreciate, Rob. Rob did a lot of stuff for Homer City football back in the day when my nephews played ball. You know what I mean? So, and then this one here, Chad is a proud sponsor of the main event, the NWA title match, Bill Collier versus for the challenger versus the champion EC3. Chad Henry, scout for the Indianapolis Colts, was also one-time part of the APWF, was a booker, and he actually did some stuff when I did Heroes of Wrestling. Chad's been in the wrestling business for a while. He's not in it right now, but he has a thirst and loves wrestling. But he also has sponsored this main event with 15701 and AHT. Those are his charities for cancer. So God bless Chad. I know Chad was busy during the draft. I try to, follow him on his social media. He's going to have tickets there. Hopefully he can make the event. So people, get your tickets, apwfwrestling.com. Get your tickets. See a good show. I'll be promoting it as always. Right here is the logo. Right here. Boom. There it is. Brought to you by Maverick Earl McCoy. Made that logo. Mav. I think he's doing a little bit of training. And Gifford just popped on. Hello, Brad. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm just going to, hopefully everything's good. I meant to see you. And also, too, if anybody still wants to sponsor, I got a low tier on sponsorship right here for the Indiana show. And look, you'll get a ton of advertising on both my podcasts. So, and it's economical. You'll be in the program, and everything adds up, because, the venue, the talent, everything's everything. I'm not being cheap. Everything costs money, Tam. You know how that goes. So, but and one more time, all the sponsors all at one time on this one thing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And, if anybody wants to sponsor, please get a hold of me. Tickets, like I said, www.apwfwrestling.com. The first 2 rows are almost sold out. The floor is viable. There's enough room. If we sell 600 tickets, it could be the biggest independent show that this place has ever seen in many counties. And that'll be the talk of the talk if we sell 600 tickets. It is what it is, people. I'm telling you, it could be done. And I have 5 weeks to do it and do the best possible job that I possibly can. And I will be the promoter of promoters. I'm trying. It's an everyday thing. I'm putting out posters. I don't have people. I haven't gave people posters yet. I've been putting them out. Me and Tammy's been doing it. But, Gifford said he's doing okay. Oh, awesome. Okay. So, hey, Tam, I want to thank you for coming on. I think I didn't let you talk at all in that little spiel there. So,
That's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, that's okay. It's exciting. I like to go through sponsors and things. But this show's going to be great. I can hardly wait. Actually, I'm very excited about it. Very excited.
You're very positive. You're very positive. Well, I mean, we're both positive, but this is something that you have never partake before. You never thought, you never thought you would be in the wrestling business, because you are. You never thought that in your wildest dreams.
No.
We also have a photographer to the next to me, right here on the left side. We also have a photographer. She'll be taking far away pictures, but we do have a photographer. Chris, thanks for tuning in. So now, anytime you want to come on, Tammy, you have an open invitation. You know that.
I know.
So
thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Well, Chris says this show is going to be amazing. Love the talent that's going to be there. Yeah, Chris, I'm glad that I got everybody booked. And it's card subject to change. Sometimes some stuff does happen. Tad Jarvis has had an injury. He cannot make it, but he could be on other shows. I will always, anybody that's ever wrestled for the APWF now is always on the roster. If I can get them, fine. If I cannot, I am okay with that. I am not going to shadow ban or whatever. I'm not doing any of that. I understand that that some of these guys have many, many bookings. And if they can get something closer to home, I'm okay with that. And if they've been with these companies for a long time and it's a big show, I understand that too. And I will get them when I can get them. It's an open door policy. So, and I'm not being Finkel, and I'm not being, what's the word I'm looking for besides Finkel? That's probably not the word I'm looking for. I'm just not being that person. I'm not burning bridges. I'm making bridges. Let's put it that way. So, but
good.
Yeah. So, well, thanks. I appreciate your work in promoting. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. But hit like and subscribe for the Triple B Experience on YouTube. Now, Spotify has all my shows, both shows, the Steelers and the Experience, and all my interviews and everything. Because audio podcasts, I put everything all in one, because with different shows, you got to set different things up, and it's easier putting everything in one. And we do not know if we are anything of the Indiana County's best podcast. Hey, we shall see. And if not, I'm still the hardest working podcaster in Western Pennsylvania. And right now, it seems like I'm the hardest working promoter, but there are a lot of promoters that bust their ass. I just working on having a lot more zeros in the business account so I could try to bring people in. When are we going to talk NASCAR? Doug, I don't know nothing about NASCAR, brother. I'm sorry. They go around in a circle and they drink a lot of beer. That's all I know. I appreciate you popping on, Doug. I don't know. You could, Randy Wright. Thanks for coming on, Randy. They're going to the show. They got some tickets. So, like I said, Tam, I appreciate you for coming on tonight. You can come on anytime. I think I can get you invite you anytime. And I appreciate everybody for coming on to Facebook, the YouTube stuff. I don't know what happened. Sometimes we have tech difficulties. here when we go live. You just never know. But I will have it on. I will download it and put it on. If you missed the show, you can go back and catch it because these shows are entertaining because you never know what you can miss. But also too, just hit like and subscribe for the experience, and hit like and subscribe for my Steelers Dynasty podcast show. We're looking at almost 50 subscribers. I'd like to get 75. I need to. Randy says, "Hey, Bubba and Tammy, I need to get 3,000. I need to get 3,000 minutes, 3,000 minutes or hours or something, 3,000 hours to get paid." So Chris says, before I get out of here, man, we lost a relative to Joey Porter was signed. Maybe he could have been good. Well, it happens. It happens, Chris. Randy says he's excited and pumped for June. So are we. Tell all your friends, tell all your family, make it an epic event. The last time I said an epic event, I married this woman that is on right now, and it was an epic event. And this will be an epic event in wrestling. First time in over 14 years that the APWF is back, and it has been run, and it will be the first time ever that I had my own wrestling license and ran it by myself, just to put it out there. So, okay, guys. Thank you, guys. We're going to get out of here. I think I got laundry to do, and who knows? I don't know. So let me get out of here with the claw music. Everybody, thank you. Hit subscribe. I'll see you guys next Friday night. If you're Steeler fans, me and Shane will see you Wednesday night. We'll be watching some TV shows. Go watch the Planet of the Apes, because you never know. That could be the end of the time right there, because if the apes take over, we are all fucked. Okay, thank you, and good night.
Bye.